Are we ready for the wrath? Welcome, everyone. What's going on? Happy Wednesday? Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Hump day. Happy. I'm older than you. Can I still call you Papa? You actually have to call me Papa. I'm Papa fucking Swole, bro. I don't care how old you are. I'm still Papa Swole. I'm Papa Swole, I'm Papa Swole, A 10K run and 30-minute bike sprints. Holy fucking cardio. Holy cardio. No thanks. My warm-up on the step mill is plenty. 20 minutes, plenty. Warm up for the gains. Make sure you tag someone shared this episode. It's going to be Liddy Titty. I'm gonna go fire today. Fire in the hole. Fire. Fire in the hole. Swolier than thou. Yeah. All right, team. Here we go. Everyone's here. Most people are here. We're coming in. Why is it? Instagram's got to install something. All right, fine. We'll wait a second. There we go. Instagram always wants to, oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see the chat. Instagram always wants to update right when I want to go live. It's right when I want to go live. Come on now. Oh. Yeah, fitness without the bullshit.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping,
the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily... That's right. We got some testing going on. We got some testing. Testing testicles. Test. Is this mic on? Testing testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 920 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, slaycast, taintcast, mancast, beefcast, Dwayne Johnson cast, rockcast, cheat meal cast, ins around, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. I think today is the day for the rage. It is Wednesday, it's hump day, and I'm about to hump your ear holes. I'm about to hump those ear holes with some nukes, and I'll be taking questions, but I'm going to be raging at those questions, I'm sure. So the first thing that you should do is come in, drop some gorillas, drop some biceps, drop some fire bombs, drop some nuclear warhead, fucking radioactive emojis, whatever you want to drop them now in the comments. Drop the emotion. Drop the emoticon, the emoji of your choice. Drop whatever you're feeling right now. If you're feeling excited, just fucking drop it. Drop that shit. Drop in the comments below. What up, Instagram? We're streaming live. Instagram, Facebook. We're on YouTube. Daily Swole Podcast on YouTube, which I haven't even checked out that page in a while, but I stream there separately from my Swolenormous page. If you follow me on YouTube, I got those channels because I'm a fucking pimp like that. Also on Twitch and Periscope, so I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere you want to be, and I'm here. All right? I do my best to shotgun the fucking Swole everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You can go to swolenormousx.com and subscribe there, and you could choose your app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everywhere. Make sure you subscribe. Leave a review, leave a comment on iTunes, much appreciated. I have my cold brew, a little espresso cold brew that I got from the supermarket. Okay, this is not sponsored post, but just drinking it. Black, negro. I like making my own cold brew. I just didn't feel like, I don't know, didn't grab a mug. I don't know, I grabbed this from the fridge. I just didn't grab a mug. Anyway, so that's that. Oh, we got some lifting emojis. We got some fire, got some lions. Nice. So let's get this party started. Oh, before we begin, don't forget, everyone, new masterclass tomorrow. That's right. Thursday, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Those of you that are in Swolenormous X, new release party. We are going to have a party, a fiesta, for some new content release inside Swolenormous X. Some new programming, new videos, new virtual trainer. I'm going to break it all down, show you the ins and outs and some cool shit with the platform. So those of you that are members and you're in the private Facebook group, going to stream that live tomorrow night. Super awesome. So go check it out. And remember, you can get your 7-day free trial. Check it out, swolenormousx.com. So you can go there for the podcast. You can go there for the tour and all that good shit. Cold brew with coconut oil and grass-fed butter. Yeah, you know what? Not really. You can't really blend that shit. How do you have cold brew with coconut oil and grass-fed butter? If you try to make that shit and you cool it off, it congeals and you get that little chunky monkey. You ever try that? It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. I do love cold coffee, especially in Florida when it's hot as shit all the time. Hot coffee sometimes, you know, you get those hot coffee sweats. I like the cold coffee sweats better. Anthony, I saw the Instagram post earlier and the title of today's Daily Swole. I'm prepared to learn and laugh my ass off. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'll learn stuff. I guess you'll learn stuff today. I'm not sure how much, I don't know how educational it'll be if you like it when it's just fucking, you know, dick slap across the face. That's pretty much what this episode is going to be about. So let me preface this, okay? I want to say yesterday. Yesterday I posted that video. It's a throwback. It's not a brand new video. I posted before the cheat meal video. Okay, so let me give some context. A lot of you know me from my content because I discuss the elimination. I promote inside my private community, my training platform, swolenormousx, here on the Daily Swole. I talk about the foundational approach with fitness, right? I talk about an elimination diet, figuring out what works best for you. And really, I don't care if you want to do a cheat meal, right? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. So I'm not insulted. It's not like, oh my God, if you don't do a cheat meal, we can't be, if you do cheat meals, we can't be friends. Meh. As if I'm a fucking saint. Okay? It's not like I've never had pizza before. It's not like I've never had Sour Patch Kids before. It's not like I've never had beer or alcohol before. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm a human being. So I'm not a Nazi when it comes to food. All I am saying, and let me clarify this for any jabronis that are tuning in. All I'm saying is that if you have a pursuit and you are really hungry, pun intended, for results and you're struggling, you know, a cheat meal isn't really the answer. One step out of the pool or the bathtub isn't the answer. Like, you have to really commit yourself to fitness. And if you are where you want to be, like, for example, myself, my physique, from a physique standpoint, if I have a cheat meal, and let's just do a classic cheat meal. Let's talk about pizza. So I go and I eat pizza until I feel done and I just have a few slices of pizza. Okay, that's a cheat meal. Am I going to lose all my muscle because I ate pizza? No. Let's be honest. No. Am I going to feel like shit? Quite possibly. You know, it depends on the pizza, depends on my situation. Am I going to have diarrhea or bloating? It's possible. But I'm not going to lose all my progress. One of the major things that people forget or don't understand and don't know about nutrition is that it's not the calories that makes the difference. That's part of the equation. It's not just, okay, did you have more or less than you required? And I see a lot of these people with big followings on Instagram that talk all about macros. Like, look at this, you can cut with this, it's only 400 calories. You can bulk with this, it's 800 calories. And it's stupid shit because you're not focusing on the best foods. Once you determine which foods are best for your body, then you can play with caloric intake. And it's a huge problem to only think about the calories because you have to think about inflammation. You have to think about the gut-brain axis, how it affects your moods, how it affects your joints, how it affects your sleeping patterns, how it affects stress hormones. Your body will always be in a better position to defend itself if it's healthier. If you have a good gut balance, if you have a healthy gut and you focused on repairing it and you take care of your body, you will be able to defend yourself against these errant foods, we'll call it, okay? So for someone like myself, I like to think I have a healthy gut. I feel good. I digest well. You know, I feel amazing. If I were to have something bad, I might notice it. I might notice if I feel bloated from something, but it's not going to be as a negative effect as if I had a very porous gut and had poor health to begin with, because a lot of these issues would transfer through my small intestines. They'll get through those gaps. Like, you've probably heard of the term leaky gut. It's literally separation in the intestines that allows for larger particles to get through, and then it causes an immune reaction response in the body, which sends cortisol levels skyrocketing, which relates to storing more water, storing more fat, all the things that everyone complains about. So all I am doing is not being a super strict Nazi. You can't enjoy your life. You only live once. Meh. No, I am just telling you the truth. And a lot of people want to just throw around numbers and make excuses. Well, I'm not only eating one slice. I'm only doing this. I'm only having one meal. If you cheat on a day, I don't care if it's one meal or all day, it's 14% of your week, okay? 1 divided by 7. Do the fucking math. That being said, what I just told you, food can impact you for 24, 48, 72 hours after, depending on what you consumed. If you consume something that your body has a real bad reaction to, it can linger for a while. It's not just what you ate this morning, it's maybe what you ate yesterday or the day before that's getting through your system and now just starting to wreak havoc, okay? So it goes beyond just simple, did I have 200 calories or did I have 300? Did I have 400? It's not just that. What are those calories doing to your body, okay? What is the actual response that your body is having to that food? So that's fundamental. That's my approach, and that's what we talk about. It is universal. So I'm not planting a flag with vegan, keto, paleo. There are a lot of different styles, and there's a lot of bio-individuality that might fit you versus someone else better. And we'll use The Rock for an example today. But you have to figure that out. And most people just want the answer without putting in the work. Most people just want the results without doing all the hard work. So it brings us to today's topic and today's rage. Take another swig of this because what I need right now is some more fucking caffeine, right? It's probably the last thing I need right now. So I posted a video about cheat meals, right? And it really is directed at people that aren't focusing on their shit enough. Okay, you're not focusing on your shit. You shouldn't, in other words, you don't deserve a cheat meal. Just because you're focusing on, hey, I want it, you said you bought a personal training package or you bought a membership or you're in your head, okay, I'm going to eat healthy. First off, you know how many times people say they eat healthy and then they tell me what they eat and I throw up my mouth? I'm like, you think that's healthy? It just reinforces to me. That's why I go so hard on these topics, because I know what most people think healthy is, and it's not healthy at all. Some health foods, or what we think of as health foods because of marketing and just social media and stuff, aren't really health foods that can cause a lot of damage in someone's body. So I posted that thing about cheat meals, and that's to really inspire people and give some different perspective on what is actually going on from a statistical point of view. And if you're watching this on Facebook and you haven't hit the share button, tag someone, share this. This is going to be something that a lot of people need to hear this episode for sure. And much appreciated for everyone that's sharing, tagging me and stuff in their Instagram stories. Much respect. I always like to share those posts. If you tag me in your story, I love to share that in my story because I appreciate it. I appreciate the support and the promotion. So that being said, you know, when we're cheating, a lot of people think they deserve it. A lot of people want, you know, you want your cake and you want to eat it too, right? You want to have all aspects. So you want to make excuses. So when I go after cheat meals and I start talking about cheat meals and how you shouldn't be cheating, especially if you want results and you're struggling, people get very defensive, right? It's like I'm taking away their pacifier. It's like they get defensive. It's like religious zealotry. People get really, like, it's the same thing as like identity politics. People get very, very defensive and angry when I go after it because they love to use that as their out. They love to use that as you only live once. They love to use that as I deserve it. You're not a dog. You don't deserve treats. You're not a fucking like low-level animal. All right. We have to start thinking. We have to start thinking at a higher level, right? We have to start thinking at a higher level. We have to start asking more from ourselves. So we don't deserve treats. And just because you want to go on a fucking diet, just because you want results, doesn't give you the excuse to eat shit. That's exactly the opposite of what you need to be focusing on. Okay? You can't be half pregnant. You can't be half in the fitness game. And a lot of people are half in the fitness game, but they want the full-blown results. So when I post that, I start getting a lot of comments on Facebook and Instagram about The Rock, because The Rock, everyone follows The Rock. He's got tons of publicity. He's a #1 actor, whatever, blah, 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 right? Very successful, but he worked his ass off to get there. So people are mentioning The Rock. Okay, well, The Rock has a cheat meal. The Rock has epic cheat meals. I mean, he eats pancakes once in a while. First off, when you post something on social media, It's not necessarily in real time. People post shit from all different times of the year, old pictures, new pictures. It doesn't mean it's happening in the fucking moment all the time, first off, okay? So you don't know everything else he's doing. You don't know the, quote, supplements he's taking to stay massive and fucking ripped and jacked at his age with all that stress and sleep issues and traveling, all right? Hint, hint. You know, a lot of it's genetics too, but it's also whatever supplements you're taking. Again, hint, strong hint. And people are in fucking denial over the fact that you could have, he has all his meals ready. He has all his meals prepped. I mean, he's a very, very busy person. But when you're at that level, you get a lot of stuff taken care of you, taken care of for you, and it makes it easier to facilitate what your goals are. All right. So you're literally talking about a straight fucking freakish anomaly. That's not the average person. The average person is not like a 6'3" fucking Samoan who's yoked out of his mind, top celebrity in the entire fucking planet. You know, I mean, what are you comparing yourself to? Are you out of your fucking mind? How dare you compare what I said in a post to what The Rock does? And first off, if you say, well, if The Rock does it, it's good enough for me, how fucking dare you compare your hard work and your effort to the fucking Rock, you egotistical fuck? That pisses me off. So when people say, well, it works for The Rock, it works for me, well, obviously it doesn't, because you look like shit, because I click on your profile and you look like you don't even lift. So how are you even comparing yourself to The Rock's fucking dog, his little pug? How are you? You can't even compare yourself to his fucking pet. You're not even bigger than his fucking daughter. And that's the damn truth. People think just because he's a human being, he has arms and legs, and if he has a cheat meal, well, then if it's good enough for him, you're an idiot. You're an absolute naive idiot if you think that. Everyone is different. Not everyone can get away with it. Like I said at the beginning of this podcast, if I have a cheat meal, if I have pizza, I'm not going to lose all my fucking gains. We all know that. I might be lean tomorrow, right? I might be fine tomorrow. I might feel a little bit bad. I'm not going to fucking lose all my muscle mass because I ate some shit. However, if I ate that every couple days, yeah, it's going to add up. It's going to start wearing on me physically, emotionally, and my physique is going to show. And things don't happen snap, snap overnight. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to gain all this weight overnight. I gained 5 pounds just by looking at food. No, you don't. You gain 5 pounds by looking at the food as you put it into your fucking fat mouth. That's how weight gain works. Okay? Yes, people like to justify their actions. Yes, people like to make excuses. And to use The Rock, to use literally the pinnacle of anomalies to compare your nutritional habits is absolutely fucking ludicrous, and that's why you're never going to win. That's why you're never going to get what you want, because from the beginning, you're already passing off the responsibility to what someone else does. Now, I'm not telling you to do what I do. In Swolenormous X, I share my recipes, what I do. Again, I'm still promoting, if you don't want to eat grass-fed beef, fine. If you're a vegan, fucking go ham. Just make sure that you're still getting the foods that your body responds best to. Don't eat anything. Even if you're trying to be a vegan and you're eating vegetables that cause inflammation, you feel like shit, that's not the answer for you. I want you to pursue your actual health. I want you to pursue what is best for your body. If you want to cheat once a week, you really have to earn it. You have to get there. You can't be obese and be cheating once a week and see amazing results. It's like giving a fucking coke addict a bump once a week. If you are addicted to heroin, and that's ripping this country apart, right? Heroin, drugs like that, crystal meth. If you're addicted to that shit, do you think that once a week, hey, I'm in withdrawal, but once a week, I'm just going to take a bump. Once a week, a little bit, just a little shot in the arm, no big deal. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And that's exactly the same relationship people have to food. That addiction, that dopamine release, that instant gratification, and it fucks with your head. I'm not talking about cheat meals for the calories, you jabronis, people that are fucking making these stupid comments. I'm not talking about it for the calories. I'm not saying that pizza is going to fuck your world up and you're going to lose everything that you've ever worked hard for. Out of your fucking mind. Out of your mind. It's not about the calories, but the mental approach. It's about your psychological stability. Do you know how fragile most people are when it comes to food? Do you know how hard it is for people to resist all these temptations? Literally every celebration, every holiday, every corner, every shelf, every end cap, every gas station, every single fucking corner is a bag of chips, a piece of candy, something processed everywhere. And I'm trying to make a dent in people's lives by telling you, you don't deserve that shit. It's not real fucking food. Cut it out. But what about once a week? Get it out of your fucking life. Get it out of your fucking life. Out of your life. Out of your life. Get it out. Now, if you want to talk about cheat meals like, oh, I'm on a caloric restriction and I'm doing 500 calories less than my maintenance, right? I'm shredding and then once a week I carb up or I calorie up. That's completely different. That's not a cheat meal. That's caloric excess. And that's different. You want to talk about ramping up your metabolism or doing some kind of like carb cycling. Completely different conversation. You can play around with shit like that, but if you're eating the right foods, then fine. Have another sweet potato. Have a little extra carbs. Up the calories one day a week. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? But when you start eating the wrong foods and you start using that as an excuse to get in excess calories, and it's really just an excuse. What is an excuse? It's just a reason not to do something. That's the only thing an excuse is. Some excuses are better than others, but whether you got to pick up the kids from school so you can't go to the gym, that's an excuse. It doesn't mean it's not valid. It doesn't mean, okay, it doesn't mean you don't have children. It doesn't mean you don't have to pick them up, but you're using that as a reason not to go to the gym. That's an excuse. You didn't plan properly, X, Y, and Z. You don't feel like it, that's an excuse. Oh, well, I want to watch this show and blah, blah, blah. That's an excuse, right? There are excuses that are better than others, but it's just a reason not to do something. It's just so mind-blowing how people compare themselves, right? You have the fucking ego and the balls to compare your cheat meal to what he's doing. Let me tell you something. Your work ethic is not the same as his. You don't train as hard as he does. You don't eat as on point as he does the rest of the time. You're not as consistent as he is. You aren't him. You don't have his genetics. You're not taking his supplements, whatever the fuck he's taking. Who knows? You're not him. You're not doing that shit. Your life doesn't revolve around looking a certain way and, staying on point all the time. That's not your life. Okay? You do not have the same abilities as him. You do not have the same responsibilities as him. You do not have the same kind of output. You are not working as hard. You are not training as hard. You haven't earned shit. So to say that just makes me, it doesn't say anything about me. It doesn't bother me that you said it. It just frustrates me because I just realize when I see all those comments, how many people think like that. And it's just like fucking wrong. It's wrong and it's dangerous. It's a dangerous way to think because you're comparing yourself to someone else. You don't know him. You don't live with him. You don't know what he does. You don't know what he goes through. He seems like a nice guy and everything. You don't know how happy it is. How happy he is. You don't know what's going on inside his fucking head. You just assume everything is like, whoa, The Rock is good, blah, blah, blah. You don't know if he's stressed to fuck out. He's traveling everywhere. He's working hard. You don't know if he's really, truly happy. What, because you follow him on fucking Instagram? You think you know him? Get the fuck out of here. Idiot. You don't know him. You don't know me. You don't know me. I don't know you. No one really knows anyone, from a couple posts on Instagram? You don't know what's going through his head. You don't know his struggles. You don't know what he goes through. It's just amazing how you just whittle it down to, oh, well, he has pancakes now and again because I see it on Instagram. He has epic cheat meals. He's also he has 220, 230 pounds of lean fucking muscle. And he's 6'3", 6'5", he's a big dude. So, you kind of earn that shit when you are, you don't know what he's eating the rest of the day. You don't know how he's training. Like I said, you only see whatever he shows you. You only see the posts. You don't see any of that shit. All right? Well, I don't think a lot of, they're not role models. I agree, Oliver. So celebrities and athletes are not role models. These are anomalies. Anomalies. There's 7 billion people in the world. You're talking about one fucking dude. The Rock. One fucking guy. Take all the athletes in the world. That's still less than 1% of the total population, right? You're looking at a few fucking people, these Gymshark bitches online, right? These Gymshark jabronis, these guys that are taking steroids that are just pretending like, hey, well, I take this supplement and I work out hard. Yeah, fit life. And they're injecting in their ass and they're pretending that they're taking BCAAs to get it done. There's a lot of bullshit. And I understand if you're not living in this industry like I am, then you don't necessarily know all these details. You don't necessarily pick up on all this stuff. And it's easy to get, to go down the wrong path. It's easy to think, oh, that's possible if I just work hard enough. Isn't that nice? Well, if I just work hard enough, if I just lift hard enough, if I'm just consistent enough, I'll look like that someday. Probably not. Probably not. Probably fucking not. I train hard. I eat big. It's hard to keep on getting bigger. It's hard to get to that level. Especially when you've been training for a long time, you look around and once you've been in it, look, I've been fucking lifting for almost 20 years. You can spot someone doing juice a mile away. You know what that look is. You're like, there's no fucking way that person's natural. That's a fact. Most of you don't realize how easy it is to get that shit. How easy it is to take it and how little you need to see a big difference, especially if you're doing everything else right. You don't need much. You don't need to fucking be juicing out of your fucking mind. It doesn't take much, all right? And most of these people are just fucking, it's just smoke and mirrors, right? They'll post the pictures that they want. They'll post the lighting. They'll filter it. They'll show you what you want to see, or they show you what they want. They show you what they want you to see. You don't see their entire life. You don't see all the ups and downs. You don't see the struggle. You don't see The Rock doesn't fucking take a picture and film every single meal he eats all the time. You only see a couple highlights. So every couple pictures, you might see like a big stack of pancakes. That might be over the course of 6, 7 fucking days or 2 weeks. And you see, wow, pancakes, chocolate chip cookies. You don't see the other 72 meals that he ate and the 17 fucking workouts that he did. Like, you don't see that shit. Once in a while, you see a sweaty towel and a Stairmaster or an elliptical machine. Like, wow, put an hour in on this beast and he's in Hong Kong or something. Okay. One fucking workout. Like, you don't see all of it. You don't see the entire flow. You see what he posts. Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate it. This episode is a great example of why I'm a member. Appreciate it. I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to show you, you can see amazing progress. Let's be honest. You can see amazing progress. And I'm not saying that you cannot get amazing results. That's the last thing that I'm saying. But you have to focus on you. You are you. You are in your situation. You are starting where you are starting. Today you're starting, right? I'm starting today. Where am I at today? Okay. Like, we're all different. We're all different. We're all different people. We're all different places in our lives. And to just arbitrarily compare something like my post to what the fucking Rock does and what he's accomplished over like a 50 fucking year life. Give me a break. Give me a break. It's just stupid. So I just needed to come on and really lay that fucking pipe down because I can't do that in the comments. And I love doing rage episodes, and today was just perfect for it. Today was just perfect for a fucking rage. Yeah. And Sylvester Stallone did Rocky Balboa all natural too. Get the fuck out of here. Bullshit, he did. Sylvester Stallone didn't do any of those movies natural. Maybe the first one. He was taking growth and shit. He got caught with growth and all those drugs and shit like in Australia like a couple years ago. He's not natural. Which is fine. I don't care. Like I've told you all before, when I get older, if I go to the doctor and I'm like, hey, I need some testosterone replacement, this, that, and the other, or like, hey, I can bring my testosterone levels up. Fuck yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. I'm not looking to get bigger and take extra than what I need, but I am all about living healthier, longer, more vibrantly, and being active in the gym, maintaining muscle mass. I'm totally open to that shit. I know, Jason. I know. I'm just fucking with you. I'm totally open to that stuff. I don't care. I don't think that should be illegal. I don't think marijuana should be illegal. I don't think any of those things should be illegal. I think it should be fucking people's choices. I think you should still go somewhere so you do it safely. I don't think people should be just fucking injecting needles into themselves at home. But I don't think all that stuff is dangerous if you do it properly under proper supervision. And we have proof of that. People are doing it. People are doing it. If you're in a locker room just getting whatever random oil from someone who's just bringing it in and you're just fucking sticking in your shoulder or something, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're getting. That's some sketchy shit. You don't know how much you're doing. You're not doing blood work. You could be really fucking hurting yourself. Okay? There's always the proper way to do things, and I don't think it's a bad thing. That's the future. That's the future. Endocrinology is the future. It's how we're going to live longer. It's just the research is new. The research is new. We're still getting into it, you know? Sylvester Stallone should be sponsored by Welch's. Welch's juice. Made from the best out. The Rock has nothing on you. Well, I wouldn't say that. I like the guy. I have nothing against The Rock. I think he seems like a good dude, like a legit good dude. But, you know, doesn't mean that you should be fucking having a stack of pancakes just because he does. Johnny Swole. Who's Johnny Swole? Johnny Bravo? Or, oh, do you mean Joey Swole, that guy, that shreds dude? You're joking? If that's who you're talking to, is he juicing? Because that guy's juicing out of his fucking mind. If that's who you're talking about on Instagram, like ridiculously, ridiculous. It's comical. Let's see. I've been lifting consistently for 3 years. I seriously thought I'd be like Wonder Woman by now. LOL, not even close. Well, it depends, you know. It doesn't mean that you can't see a lot of progress in a short period of time, but everyone's different. Also depends on how hard you train. And I'll say it 1,000 times. Most people think they train a lot harder than they do. Most people think they train hard. And they're not. They're not. They're not. Most of you think you're training hard. When I talk about legs, when I talk about training to failure, I'm not talking about doing 10 reps and wow, I'm really burning at the end. You have to do some psychotic shit to really break through these plateaus, especially once your body gets used to shit. Most people think they train hard and they don't, which is part of why they don't get results. Should I list all the reasons why people don't get results? Most people think they train hard and they don't. A lot of people don't sleep properly. A lot of people don't eat properly, don't hydrate properly, right? They don't program design, efficiently. They're not consistent enough. I mean, there's just so many reasons why people don't get results. So if no cheat days, how do you deal with the going out and socializing? It has nothing to do with it. Can training account for the cheat day? I don't understand. You can go and see people. You just don't have to go out to a bar or eat. And if they're doing that, maybe you should find new friends. Find friends that go to the gym. It's up to you, right? If you want to get away with it, if you want to, look, if you're making decisions based on your information and you are consciously making decisions, you have to live with that. If you're going to go out and drink on the weekend, you have to understand that's going to affect your results. Are you okay with that? Fine. Then just don't complain. Don't come back to me and be like, well, I can't get rid of these love handles. How come I'm not seeing results? Yeah, well, I cheat once a week. I go out. Well, then fuck you. It's like, if you want more results, you got to buckle down and focus. I've rarely gone out in my life because I'm in the gym on a Friday and Saturday night fucking doing work. I'm not telling you it's going to be glamorous. I'm not telling you it's going to be a fucking, you're going to look like and you're going to have the life of The Rock if you just go to the gym on a Friday and Saturday night. No, if you want results, you put in the fucking work, no matter what day, no matter what time. And if you don't like it, then don't do it. Then go paint some pictures or go build some fucking tables or shit. Don't do fitness. No one wants to hear that shit. Not everyone's destined to fucking look amazing from training. Not everyone's going to react the same way. Not everyone's going to have amazing aesthetics. Most people can if you fucking work your ass off, but you'll have it the way you are designed. Like, you'll have your own muscle insertions. You're going to have your own, tough body parts to grow. Not everyone's going to look the same. You called him out on one of your live videos? Oh, did he deny it or did he ignore it? Oh my God. Well, he doesn't have to deny it. He's juicing out of his fucking mind. That's not even close. Better late than never. Took the friendly advice that most folks don't lift heavy enough. And let me tell you, these moobs of mine are nice and toasty. Oh yeah. Just did legs today. Starting to go a bit heavier while maintaining hella volume. My biggest burden at first was learning to lose count on my reps. Yeah, if you focus on the reps and you focus on the burn and you focus on like the volume, it's going to happen. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Just think, you're telling your body, and this is not ordering shit on Amazon Prime. Think about how your body works. You have living tissue and cells. You are creating a stimulus. You are putting your body in a jungle, right? You're putting your body in an environment. That's what the gym is. The gym is an environment. It's like living in a warm climate or a cold climate. I want you to think about this. The gym is your environment. And if you go into this environment and you beat the fuck up out of your body, right? Like you train hard, eventually your body is going to be like, fuck this. I need to grow and adapt to handle this better because this hurts. So it defends itself by building more muscle, more endurance, whatever it is, whatever your stress is. That's how the body works. It's not offensive, it's defensive. Your body defends itself. It's a survival mechanism. It's a negative feedback system. Your body defends itself by getting stronger, by getting bigger, X, Y, and Z. And if you're not putting yourself in that environment, like you're literally coaxing and trying to, like, you're forcing your cells and your body to change because you're constantly fucking exposing it to this shit. That's why consistency is so important. It's not 1 week on, 1 week off. It's every fucking week. That's why it's so important to focus on active recovery, to focus on yoga, to focus on meditation, to do all these things to stay healthy, right? To not do stupid shit so you can stay healthy, so you can keep on exposing yourself to this stress over and over again, because that's what gets results. It takes a lot of time, months, years. End of story. End of story. End of story. There's no argument about it. So you can talk about, I want pancakes, and go fucking eat your pancakes. Enjoy your pancakes. Get some extra chocolate chips for me, because I'm not having them. I'm going to go put in some fucking work and I'm going to lap you. So you can cheat all you want. If you want to justify it, I don't give a fuck. It's not my body that has to deal with it. It's yours. So if you're making decisions, stick by your decisions. You made the bed, sleep in it. Just don't complain about it. If you like your cheat meals and I've lost weight, great. Just because you're losing weight and you're still cheating once a week doesn't mean your insides, doesn't mean you don't have gaps in your fucking intestine. Doesn't mean you're not hindering. You could be hindering your results big time. You've lost 100 pounds. Great. I got those comments too. Well, I've lost 100 pounds. I cheat once a week. Well, maybe you could have lost 130 pounds by now if you weren't cheating. Maybe, right? Just because you got some results while doing it doesn't mean it couldn't have been better. Doesn't mean you're healthy on the inside. Doesn't mean your intestines aren't fucking battling all these things now and again. There's always room for improvement. Most people just don't think about the body like that. Done. Fucking over with this shit. I'm done with it. You got any questions? Drop them down. Colton, I've been lifting for 12 years. I only been training hard for the past year, and the result difference is night and day. There are a lot of people in this community that have been training for 5, 10, 15 years. And then since coming in contact with Swole X and what we talk about here, they're seeing more results because your body adapts and your mind adapts. And you don't realize sometimes that you have adapted. You have to fucking break through. You have to keep on moving forward. And how romantic and how luxurious does it sound to train for 5 years and maybe not see that much change? Doesn't sound that good at all, but that's the reality. Most people quit. Most people stop. Most people stop being so consistent because they're not getting such amazing results. They're not seeing change as fast as they did in the first 6 months. What happened? It's just not working anymore. So they get discouraged and they quit. Fucking pussies. That's when you have to keep on going. Most people stop when they stop seeing change. Well, fuck that. Work harder. And maybe a cheat meal every week isn't the answer. That's it. That's it. Stop comparing yourself to the fucking Rock. FYI. You ain't the Rock, Beesh. You ain't the fucking Rock. And I don't know why, but it seems like Facebook might have froze for some reason. On my app, it seems like it froze. Drop a comment on Facebook. I don't know. I stopped seeing comments. Am I still working? Oh, it looks like it's okay. All right, my phone just froze for a second. Anyway, That's all. Just like Forrest Gump, a wise man said, that's all I got to say about that, Jenny. That's it. That's it. Just a reminder, a friendly Swole reminder to not be a lazy fuck on a Wednesday. Deborah, eating shitty is not worth it. How much more I got to push at the gym, and I also hate the way I feel after eating pizza or fried food. A lot of times you'll think, oh, you'll justify it, hey, just a little bit right now, but then later on you're like, fuck, why'd I have that? And sometimes it takes a couple times to realize, you know what, I'm not going to eat that because I'm going to feel like shit. Then you just go eat food and do your thing, and you forget about it. The craving goes away. It's called basic, fundamental fucking willpower. Most people are just beeshes. Beeshes. Wow, wow. Ah, the podcast. Everyone loves the rage on the podcast. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining me for 922. Reminder, everyone, Swolenormous X peeps, super stoked. I got to get back on the editing tip. We got a big release party tomorrow. So masterclass tomorrow night inside Swolenormous X, streaming live in the private Facebook group for members only tomorrow night, 8 p.m. If you want to learn more and you want to hook in, you can check out the 7-day trial. All the details, swolenormousx.com. So tomorrow's going to be lit like a tit. I'm excited. And if you have any more comments or questions or things, just drop them in the comments below on Facebook. Hit me up in the DM. I will try to get to them as soon as I can. And feel free to go back to those posts and blow up those other people's comments that were talking about The Rock and all, but The Rock does it. But The Rock does. I like that. That's a new t-shirt. Fuck your pancakes. Fuck your pancakes. Fuck yo pancakes, boosh. Diabetes is what you'll get. You sure can. You never know. You never know. 922. This episode might be one of my new favorites. I love a good rage. Love a good rage. Yeah, make sure you tag someone, share the podcast, put the fucking word out. And remember, I love to give shout outs on Instagram. So if you're listening to the podcast, I don't know if you knew this. If you're on Instagram, you're doing your Instagram story, you can listen to the podcast like on the speaker and record, and it'll record the podcast. And if you tag me, super fucking stoked to share that in my story. So I love sharing people's posts and stuff. And you see that a lot on my Instagram story. I love sharing those tags. So where do you watch the Daily Swole? Listen to the Daily Swole, take a fucking video, walking the dog, don't take one when you're taking a shit or anything, but fucking let's blow this up, right? Let's blow this up. Just if you're listening to Daily Swole, tag me in your Instagram story. Happy to share. Love that shit. I love the community. I love those videos and pictures. Gets me super pumped. This rod was extra swole. Pancakes preceded muffin tops. Go on and be a pastry chef. Fuck your pancakes. Fuck yo pancakes. All right. So I got some new t-shirts now coming. Yeah, I got some new gear, Swolenormous apparel. Oh, I do have some new releases, some things I'm working on. I'll add a couple new things. Anyway, so thank you. Subscribe. Remember, swolenormousx.com for details on how to join for the masterclass and all the content. And also the podcast links are there if you're not subscribed. I will see everyone tomorrow for episode 923 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, Slaycast, Taintcast, Fuck Yo Pancakes Cast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.